back here on another edition of the Giants Huddle podcast, brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Giants. I am John Schmelk, joined by Marcus Mbow in the Hackensack Marine Health Podcast Studio. Keep getting better. Marcus, what's going on, man? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How's everything going, man? Everything good?
Oh, well. Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's start here. Last week, tough matchup against Malcolm Kuntz. Threw a variety of things at you during the game. When you went back and looked at it, how do you think you did?
I thought it was all right. First start in a while. Felt good to be back out there just getting reps. Obviously things to work on, obviously things to improve on. So, yeah, be better next week.
Obviously, you've gotten to the point now, you're towards the end of your rookie season. Does this NFL season feel like it's like, whoa, this is long compared to what I had in college? Are you like, all right, wow, like we've been doing this a while now?
If you look at it that way, I feel like it can be like, wow, this is long, the day's getting long. But like at the end of the day, like it's football for me. So it's like I'm love ball. So I'm out here every day just I'm grateful to get another opportunity, but it's a little long. Coming from college to the NFL, it's a little long, but
I was going to say, I'm sure it's a little bit different, though, for you, right? Because you talked about it. You probably want the season to keep going because you haven't played in every game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're sitting there like, yeah, give me one more. Yeah. Give me one more. Give me one more.
Yeah. So I'm sure, talking to older guys or different players, it might be a little different. So, yeah.
When you kind of look back at your season and you look at it from like a holistic perspective, how do you view your rookie season and how it went?
For me, I'm, very blessed to just be on the field and be in the NFL. Like, that's a dream of mine growing up, and I'm very glad to be here. But outside of that, I feel like the growth and the development of myself and as a player, I feel like has been good for me and my future. So just being able to build off that and keep going, it's been awesome.
We talk about growth and development. Let's start there. Let's start pass protection wise. Where do you think you've grown the most and developed the most as a pass protector since you walked in here in April?
Overall control and consistency. Just stringing things together throughout series is when you're tired or whenever you're trying something new. Like whenever I started playing left tackle, like that was new for me. So getting my feet down, getting my hands down, just making sure things were right. You know what I mean? So growing that throughout the season, each day and each week, that was probably the biggest thing for me.
Now that you've done it, what was that adjustment like doing a lot of left tackle this year when you were primarily on the right side in college?
It was definitely different. Like you said, all right in college, it was definitely an adjustment, and especially going against better players in the NFL was a big adjustment. But I just took it as a challenge. Every rep that I was out there, just having to think a little bit more about myself and my feet and what's going on and the play being flipped and all that. So it was a challenge, and I liked it.
Do you still have to think about it now, or or is it natural now?
It's more natural, especially like these past couple weeks. I've been more at left tackle and whatnot, so just being able to focus at one position does make it slightly easier. But it's easier as the season goes on.
If I asked you, like let's say tomorrow, all right, no, hold on, we need your right tackle now. Like, do you think you could quickly flip everything mentally and physically and play right tackle on Sunday if you had to?
Yeah. I feel like honestly, you could flip it in an instance moment if you had to. Like if I had to go from left to right in the game, but yeah.
That's interesting. All right. Well, you talked about the pass protection and having to go against top edge rushers every week. Every edge rusher you face in the NFL is probably better than maybe the best guy you faced in college, right? Mm-hmm. When you look back, is that the biggest adjustment from going from college to the pros, or in retrospect, was there something else that was an even bigger adjustment for you making that jump? Yeah,
I'd say that would be it. Just the overall talent jump and the overall strength jump of the NFL to college is really what it is. We have a tremendous defensive line here, so that was great and helping me grow throughout camp and throughout OTA. So just being able to go against players like that we have, it wakes you up when you get here and it accommodates you for the season.
Huddle up, get in here. If you're lined up here, you gotta go over the middle with it to score.
Right. How do we make that happen?
I don't know.
But Citizens does.
Make sense of your money with Citizens, official bank of Eli Manning.
Is it more, and you talked about it, the strength and the actual physical burst and quickness and speed, or is it the savvy and know-how too that makes a big difference, knowing that these vets in the league know all the tricks?
Yeah, I feel like the combination of both is deadly, but at the end of the day, I feel like the power is what it is. Like if you can move another man from point A to point B, no matter what point of life they are, you know what I mean? That's always going to get you the win. So I feel like that's the biggest jump right there.
Yeah, we talked in the preseason, and I remember you told me, look, I know I have good feet. I know guys aren't going to beat me with their speed. I can get out there. But I'm trying to work on staying firm against bull rushes. As you worked through your rookie season, is that something you made as much progress on as you wanted to as you went along?
I'd say so. Just being able to work with the strength staff every day and myself, just getting better and getting stronger, and preparing myself for power rushes and whatnot was also the biggest part of it, because you know you're strong, you work out, you do all these things, and you just gotta, at the end of the day, you just gotta be ready for it. So being trying not to maybe explode out on my stance so much and rather have slower feet and better base. You know what I mean? So just refining the technique and growing with the strength staff throughout the season, I feel like it definitely has helped me.
All right, that's pass pro. Let's talk about the run game now. Where do you think you kind of, from a technical, physical perspective, made the biggest jump in the run game?
Being under control, just not diving off the diving board, trying to go knock somebody's hip off, or
leaning
trying
forward, right?
You know what I mean? Just making sure you're under control and keeping your feet and still being able to move somebody.
What run scheme do you enjoy running the most? Do you like using your athleticism and the outside zone stuff? Do you like pulling as an offensive lineman? What run scheme do you enjoy the most?
I like zone. I like getting in space. Like the other game, we had some toss cracks in there and whatnot. Like I enjoy doing that and whatnot. So just being able to run and hit is always been fun for me.
All right, we talked about the physical technique part, but how about mentally? Where do you think mentally you really started to figure things out and have made the biggest jump since you've gotten here?
Being able to play behind the players that I have been this year, Jermaine and Drew, the two tackles that we have, they've been playing phenomenal. And just to be able to see how they approach the game, how they watch film, and how they look at pass rushers and how they take different sets, like being able to grow and being able to learn from them and Coach Carm, it's been a great season just learning from them.
I wanted to ask you about the vets and Carm. Let's start with the vets first. In what ways have they kind of taken you under their wing, and what things have they shown you that have really benefited you?
I feel like we got a very tight-knit group overall. I think we're all close together, and just being able to learn from them, especially like in practices, they'll pull me to the side. I'll be like, hey, what'd you see here? Or they'll just tell me what they saw, you know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like it's a round tree. Everybody can do it to each other. There's no egos, and I feel like that's what makes this group special.
How about Carm? In what ways has he helped prepare you and help you become an NFL player?
Pretty much all these things that we've talked about, like just, pushing it towards me, pushing me to keep working on the field, helping me, talking through techniques after practice and whatnot, and just, instilling confidence in me throughout the season and keeping me going.
Jermaine Lamuno talked to me about it. A bunch of other guys have. What a difference he's made in terms of getting you guys to play as one, right? And you've had some moving pieces late in the year. JMS has been in and out. Andrew was. Jermaine missed a game. Mm-hmm. You had to step in at different spots. How has it been trying to turn 5 individuals into a unit with some of those moving parts over the course of the year? Yeah.
I feel like being able to fall back on our group being so close and our group being a tight-knit, group of men, that is what makes it such a seamless transition when somebody goes down or somebody has to step out. I feel like we get reps together throughout the week. We do a good job of mixing in whoever's out in practice, you know what I mean? So, and just knowing that the man next to you has your back is always a good feeling. So in that O-line room, I feel like that's where we're at.
The other thing, I forget who I talked to. It was someone I talked to going into the Viking games. It might have been Jermaine. And he talked to me about how the rules that you have help you adjust to whatever situation the team might throw at you. Mm-hmm. So they might give you some exotic look you've never seen on tape, but the rules, while they can adjust to most situations, are simple, really helps your line function. How have you kind of learned those rules, and as you now head into the NFL where teams are throwing more at you, how important is it for you and then as the group to understand those rules every week and apply them no matter what may be the front and the look the defense is showing you?
I feel like, being a group of 5, understanding the rules and everybody having a great understanding of how we have to attack each and every scenario is what makes it so easy. So, yes, our scheme is very complicated and whatnot, and there's a bunch of rules, but if you, take the time to learn them and dedicate yourself to learning them and understanding them, and throughout the week we work with Carm, work with everybody to figure out what they're going to bring us, it's not too hard to decide.
If you want to know how to manage 2 minutes of crunch time football, I'm your man. But if you're wondering about a long-term financial plan, you should talk to Citizens. Hey, I can also talk lawn care.
I'd like to learn about a mowing routine.
Yes, I knew I could help. Make sense of your money with Citizens.
All right, let's talk about the offseason now as you head into it. Have you already started setting out goals for yourself in terms of things that you want to keep working on and improving on once you get with your trainers and start working out with these guys?
For me, the number one thing is just, I feel like it's always just going to be keep getting stronger. I've got, I feel like I've got the athletic ability and I understand the game a good amount, and just being able to keep growing myself on that. But the main thing is just going to keep getting stronger and get as strong as I can. Anything
technique-wise that you want to kind of fine-tune?
Still, being able to have like just a nice hard fastball. Keep everything the same.
Yeah.
Keep doing things. Keep staying consistent. That's what I want to. That's what I want to work on. Just making sure everything. I'm a master at one thing first.
No, I think that makes sense. How about this week? The matchup, the Dallas Cowboys. They have a bunch of different styles and types of edge rushers. You have Clowney, who's just like freaking monster, right? Mm-hmm. Then you got Ezraku from BC. He's a rookie too. He's more of like a speed guy. Talk about how you prepare having so many different types of rushers that the Cowboys are going to throw at you this week.
Being this late into the season, I feel like you've seen almost every pitch that you can get. You know what I mean? Like, you've got the power guys, you've got the finesse guys, you got the guys who can do both, and you got the guys who play mental games. You know what I mean? So, we've got a bunch of speed guys on our team. So being able,
yeah, you do.
So that helps a bunch. I don't know how many people are comparing to that, but being able to watch film, prepare, and just adjust. Seeing what you're gonna see throughout the week and know what's coming on Sunday. It'll be ready.
Are you pumped up to get one more shot in front of the home crowd to try to beat a rival like the Cowboys and end the season with the win? And why is that important for your group?
Absolutely. It's hard to get wins. You know what I mean? Week in, week out, everybody gets paid in this league, and we are all working our ass off to get there. But who wants to lose at the end of the day? You know what I mean? So we're tired of it, and we fight like hell every week to go get it. So we're gonna do that on Sunday.
And then finally, Jackson was asked this question this week, and he emphatically answered no. But I'll ask it to you too. I know it's tough. You guys are rookies. You've only been in the league 1 year. You haven't seen a lot. But how do you think this team is far away from flipping the record and getting above 500 and kind of turning the corner when you get into 2026?
Yeah, I don't think we're far. We've got an immense amount of talent. I know I'm going to do whatever I can, to help be the best player that I can for the team going into next year. And I know the people that will. So I just hope everybody is able to do that, and we're all bought in and ready to go for next year.
And then the final question, this is kind of just informational. I'm curious, because I know you focus so much on tackle. That's been your primary backup position. Going back to the spring even, how much have you taken reps at guard, and how many reps have you taken at guard, and have they at least worked with you on that a little bit, or have you been pretty much, I'm out at tackle?
I've been mostly a tackle. I've taken some guard reps throughout the year. To be honest, I've taken a couple, but I've been mostly working tackle.
Awesome. Marcus, can't wait to see what you do in the offseason, and good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate you, my man.
Marcus Mbow, Giants rookie offensive tackle. That's all the time we have the Giants Huddle podcast, brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Giants. We'll see you next time, everybody.